looks like we have all the riders here, so we'll go ahead and kick things off with the 250 class. Dylan, we'll start with you. Obviously a great day for you. Overall, much better starts today. Your first 1-1 of the season, I believe, since the season opener. You got the red plate now. You want to take us through your day and how you feel heading into the final 2 rounds?
It was good day, obviously. Yeah, when you do 1-1, it's perfect. So yeah, it was awesome. It was crazy to think that I only get one. I mean, that's my second of the season after so many races. I was really hoping to have more, but yeah, it's the way it is. And yeah, a lot of up and down. Sorry, and yeah, the last few rounds were tough for me, and it's good to bounce back with double moto win and get back the red plate. Also is really important, and yeah, also for sure, winning on the Martin soil was awesome. I wasn't sure if I have it, but yeah, I did, and it was really good, a good experience, and yeah, really good day so far.
Awesome. And then we'll move over to Jeremy Martin, second place overall in the day. Jeremy, you guys had a great battle going in that second moto. How do you feel overall about your day? I imagine it felt pretty good to know that you had the pace going in that second moto. 2 rounds left. How do you feel heading into the final part of the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's good, I guess. You know, I mean, I rode like garbage in that first moto. I didn't get a very good start, and I made a couple quick little passes, but I was struggling, and I just basically got 5th. And then Moto 2 kind of made a couple little changes to the shock to allow me to kind of push a little bit harder, and got a better start. And yeah, man, I was dogging Dylan the whole time and trying to get him, but he's fast, you know, and yeah, I just couldn't quite get up there and get close enough to try to make a move. And yeah, I got second overall in the day.
We'll move to you, Alex. Third overall in the day, Alex Martin. Second overall podium of the season. I'm sure it felt good to do that in front of your home crowd here at Millville. I believe you're just 8 points out of third now in the championship. How was your day, and is getting that third place in the championship kind of a goal that you have moving into the final 2 rounds?
Just so you know, I'm kind of not really sure if my internet is that great right now, so hopefully it hangs in there. But yeah, no, it felt pretty good. It was nice to qualify P1. Haven't done that since 2016. So yeah, that was awesome to see that I still have the speed. And yeah, starts were okay today. I mean, I think I was top 3 or 4 both motos. You know, just that first moto I rode a little tight, and I was basically between Jet Lawrence and my brother most of the moto, just a GEICO Honda sandwich. And yeah, I was able to hold my brother off. He was all over me. It was kind of chaos, but yeah, not too pumped with how I rode. And then second moto, I actually got a better start. We switched tires actually for the second moto. The scoop, the paddle just wasn't doing it for me in that first moto. So second moto, the bike was handling a little bit better, but I mean, I just straight up, Dylan and my brother were like on another level in that moto. And I tried to hang in with the pace they had there at the beginning, and it was tough. You know, they ended up winning by like 30 seconds or whatever. So, I mean, I kind of just did the best that I could and focused on myself. And the track was pretty tricky, and kind of was searching for lines the whole moto, and started to figure it out like probably way later than I should have. But was able to go 4-4 for third overall. So, you know, it's always good to be on the podium, especially at home, at the home race with, yeah, everything going on.
Thanks, Alex. And then we'll go ahead and open it up for questions. Johnny, we'll go ahead and start with you.
Cool. This is Johnny with 2.4 Speed and MX Unfiltered. Jeremy, first question is for you. That actually both of those triple step-ups, preferably the second one closest to the finish line, looked like a lot of you guys were having a hard time getting over it. Was there just something in front of it, or was it just gnarly lip, no run to it? Because it looks like a lot of you guys were casing it.
Yeah, so it was tough for me. Like actually in the second moto, to the right side of the face, there was a little bit more of like a lip, and it would shoots you higher up. So I felt like I could kind of get over it. But if I went like left or whatever, like there was no way. But the triple before it was such a steep face that it would pop you up. And then it was hard to like carry that momentum that you had from like kind of initiating once you did that first roller and then you did that second double. Well, that triple before the step up, the face was just really steep. And it was just like, I honestly think it just robbed a lot of speed to where it was just hard for me to kind of consistently get up over that every lap.
Gotcha. Thanks, man. Congratulations. Dylan, this one's for you. Did you practice starts over the off weekend? Because it seemed like that was the only thing that was holding you back, was not getting a good start, and you got 2 good starts this weekend.
Actually, I didn't ride since Redbird. I just rode one time Thursday, a quick ride because I need to recover from my shoulder. And yeah, we did practice start, but like maybe 5, 6. The only change, I mean, was same as usual. The only change we made was more on the bike setup. I think I always wanted to set up my bike to get the maximum speed on the track to fix my, I mean, to suit my road speed. And I think we kind of forget a little bit to set up the bike for the start. And I think that was cost me my bad start beginning of the season. So yeah, we went back to some change with more focusing on the start. The riding is, we lose a little bit on the road speed, I think, but I mean, it was enough to get a 1-1 today. So we're going to keep in this direction.
Gotcha. Congratulations. Last
Thanks.
question is for you, Alex. The last downhill before the finish line, it looked like a lot of riders were actually going off the track across the corner markers to get out of all the rough stuff. Did that change mid-moto? Were you using that line, or did they change it up and make sure that riders couldn't use that anymore, or how did that go?
You're talking the last downhill before the finish?
Yeah, so coming down the hill, it looked like a lot of riders were taking the very far inside, outside of the corner markers. Maybe you didn't see it at all, but it looked like a lot of riders were.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it.
Okay,
I was
well,
just bombing
anyway,
right down
man.
the middle and hitting the rough.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks, dude. Congratulations on fastest qualifier. So thanks, guys. I'm out.
Thanks.
Dark Side, we'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
All right, Dark Side, Moto X Pod Show. Jeremy, let's start with you. Is there anything to home field advantage, quote unquote, your home track? At the level you guys are at, everybody adapts pretty quick. Do you really feel any home field advantage?
I mean, not really. I mean, I felt like the track was definitely a lot different today. I love my dad, but I was a little bit surprised with how hard packed and just overall, like, kind of the lines were kind of blown out, and that's kind of hasn't been like the normal thing. So I wish he would have took the big digger and definitely ripped it more. That would have been nice. But yeah, man. I mean, yeah, for sure, an advantage, no doubt. But with that comes a lot of people that want to talk to you and they want to hang out and catch up and et cetera. So sometimes, it's a double-edged sword. Like sometimes you kind of you enjoy the home race, right? Because I literally didn't have to travel when I'm back at my house right now. But, when you go away to a different race, you don't get a lot of people that really want to kind of talk to you sometimes. So I don't know. It's fine.
Okay, I got one more for you. You've been saying the whole season that Dylan's the fastest guy, but you hung right there with him, obviously, in the second moto. You're all over him. This championship's coming down to the wire. Do you let that go now? Do you feel that he's still the fastest guy, or did you build some confidence today?
I mean, to me, I still view him as the best guy. I think that he's overall this year. I showed good speed in a moto today, but he showed really good speed consecutively. Even though he hasn't gotten the best starts and hasn't gotten a bunch of overalls like I kind of have this year, he's still been really good. So, for me, it was nice to battle with him. Like the last time we were in that position, he waxed me pretty good at Ironman in Moto 1. So it was nice to see the 14 on the back of that chest protector there for the entire second moto.
Okay. Amar, for you, you're fourth in points, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so how important is third compared to fourth overall for the series? I think first and second are probably unlikely right now, but getting that, moving up and getting third, is that a huge goal for you, or what is the goal for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I got my sights set for sure on top 3 in points, just because the way my contract is structured, I do have like a top 3 bonus. So there's a lot of incentive for me financially to be top 3 in the series. And I think also for Suzuki and JGR, obviously, too. So, yeah, I mean, for me, financially, it's definitely a big motivation to be top 3.
All right, appreciate it. That's all I got right now.
Weege?
Yeah, thanks everybody. Jason here from Racer X. Dylan, first one for you. Yeah, the last time you and Jeremy started together, you were able to pull away. Were you surprised at times that he was still back there? Did you think you could break him? What was your reaction when he pretty much hung there the whole moto?
I was not surprised at all. I mean, he's home track. I mean, what you expect? We both battling for championship. He won it as hard as me, and now for sure. I mean, when I took the lead and I looked back 2 corners after, and I saw he passed my teammate, I was like, okay, yeah, here we go. It's gonna be a nerve battle, physical battle also, because I was not on my best day because I had to recover from my small injury and couldn't really training as hard as normal. So yeah, I knew it's gonna be hard, and yeah, we didn't disappoint, I think. But yeah, I knew he would do everything, and that's what he did. And I was really happy to beat him at the end of the moto, because I really felt he could have beat me today at the second moto. And in terms of championship points, it was really important for me to win, because the delta, like if I won, I get the red plate, and if I don't win, I'm 3 points behind. So it was really important for today. What's it?
I'm good. Yeah, one other thing for you, Dylan. When it's not as hot and humid, it was actually like cold for what we're used to at a national in the United States. So you're pushing the pace that hard, but is it that much different? Does it make a difference in how hard you can go or how you feel at the end of the moto when it's cooler like it was today?
I feel, because I live in California, that now I'm really bad when it gets cold. Like all day I was cold, and it was hard to get warm, and I really didn't like. I almost feel that it cost me some energy to warm my body. So it was kind of funny, but I feel like when it's hot and humid, everybody kind of have trouble in the last 10 minutes, and I don't. So that's helped me. But yeah, today, like I said, I just wasn't on top of myself, and yeah, I think that's why if we ask Jeremy, I think he saw a lot of mistake by me during the World Moto. I did a lot of mistake, and that I don't do normally. But yeah, I was not on my best day, but was still enough to win. So I'm really happy.
And last thing for you, Dylan, the last 3 tracks, this obviously is going to be a close championship. How do those 3 tracks work for you?
I don't know. I don't go to the track. Does it suit me or not? Because last year Redbird I did 1-1, and this year I did really bad. And the last 3 years in Millville, always struggling. I never been on a moto podium at Millville, which is crazy. And it's my favorite track of the circuit. So like every year I'm coming to Millville. Yeah, I love this track, and I do bad. So, and this year I do 1-1. So yeah, I don't really look at this start, and I just go on a race day and do the best I can. But yeah, Florida, I don't know if I hope it's gonna be hot and humid, but I know it can help me. So we see. And last year I had good time there. I won the second moto when everybody was really tired. So that was good. And yeah, the Tour the track. Pala is not my favorite. Thunder Valley I like this track, but Pala is not one of my favorite, because it's really hard track for physically. It's really demanding. Like your body hurts a lot with the arch bump and the step jump and everything. But yeah, I mean, no choice. It's for track. The track is for the same. It's the same for everybody. Sorry.
Okay, thanks, Dylan. Jeremy, same thing for you. It was way cooler than it usually would be here for the Spring Creek National. So how does that affect you in a race?
I mean, like Dylan said, it was kind of tough to get kind of warmed up or whatever. Like normally it's pretty hot and you're kind of like, all right, like the body feels pretty loose and everything's pretty good. But it was cold this morning. I'm not going to deny it. Probably the coldest. I mean, I've been staying up here and I was like, damn it, man, this is this is cold. But I came around and it was pretty good. And yeah, it's just a little bit different.
I talked to you a little bit about this before the race. Talk about embracing this challenge. You said you almost like having someone that's as good as Dylan to battle, and that gives you motivation. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like my first championship that I won, I mean, I pretty much had it under control the whole time and everything. And then, you know, the second one, Marvin was really good. And I went into the last round, like I had the points lead and I was 3 points up. And then he ended up having that DNF or whatever. But I mean, for me, it's, you know, Dylan went 1-1 on the home turf today. For me, it was my home turf. But, I mean, yeah, I did what I could. And I'm proud of the effort I gave, especially in Moto 2. Moto 1 could have definitely been better. But, yeah, man, it's you know, he won the battle today. But this is a war. You know, it's not, you know, what is this, the 6th round?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We're 6 rounds in, and it's a 9-round series. So, I mean, dude, yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, we could be brawling it out, and we probably will until the last race, the last moto. And you know what? If I happen to take over the points lead and beat him, then dude, that's all that matters, right?
But it seems like that gives you fuel. Like some riders, that would be pressure of, man, this is going to be hard. But that seems to make you almost feel better having that kind of challenge in front of you.
I think it's cool. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, would it be nice to have a massive lead? Yeah, for sure. But you know what? At the same time, like I do embrace the challenge, and I feel like it brings the best out in me, physically and mentally, and it also brings. I like to think that it brings out the best in him too. So, you know, I'm ready for it, and yeah, let's go.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Alex, you're up.
Yeah, Alex Gobert, MotoOnline.com. This one's for Jeremy again. Looking back at that second moto, is there anything, you know, you could have or would have done different to make the difference and get the win?
I mean, I got close a couple times, but Dylan was really good. Like, I mean, I was putting some pressure on him, and he did make some mistakes, but I made some mistakes too, and he was really good. On this going down the first set of whoops, he was really good. Like on the 180 turn back, he was really fast. And he was consistently faster than me, and like I couldn't quite get up on him, and he would kind of pull me there. So I would try to get him in other areas, but yeah, man, I was putting some pressure on him, and I was hoping maybe something would happen, and I tried, but he was going fast, and like there's only so many opportunities to kind of pass at Millville, and I've always kind of known that, but yeah, he did what he needed to. That's for sure.
And just for Dylan, were you anticipating, you know, that level of attack from Jeremy in the, you know, right there on the final lap?
Yeah, for sure. I was for sure ready for that, and I knew he's gonna give everything. I mean, it's his home track. I have a track at home. We don't race on it, but if one day someone beat me there, like I would give everything I had. So no, for sure, I was ready, and I was close. The last lap, I was a little out of control. He almost passed me in the last straightaway jump before the finish, and I just shut the door in the last downhill, and that was really close. So yeah, for sure, I was expecting that from him, and I think. Yeah, I mean, every answer I give, I'm smiling because I think we had this incident in Redbud, but I feel like we both know what it's take to be champion, and we give both everything we had, and it's good for the sports, it's good for the show, and I think today again we made a great show, and people on TV for sure like it, and I mean I enjoyed the battle too for sure. I wish I could won with a big gap, but yeah, it was really good battle and a good show.
Cool, thanks guys, well done.
Dan, go ahead.
All right, yeah, most of my stuff's been covered here, and it's getting a little late on this. But Jeremy, you ran a 205 your last 2 laps. You obviously found a little speed there. I guess you had run a 206 in the middle of it. Did you find something late there, or was that just pure drive and trying to go after it?
No, I mean, at that point, I was just like, you know, there's your moto, there's your, like, I feel like your moto speed that you can sustain. And then, you know, I knew that, like, to make a straight up raw pass on him is tough. You know, like, he's very technical. He's taking good lines. He's light on the bike in the right places. So it was, like, tough for me. And then that was just me, like, full bulldog, just like, you know, pretty much just giving her the gusto, giving her the beans to try to do whatever at that point to try to make something happen. Cause I knew that if I could have got in front of him or whatever, maybe, you know, maybe I could have, you know, been able to fend him off, and then he would have been, the roles would have been reversed, and he would have been going full crazy to try to sending it into stuff to try to get me back. So, yeah, I mean, I just wicked her up, and it's everything I had.
And you said after the race, you had no idea that was for the points lead. You didn't know where you were after Moto 1?
No, yeah, I didn't know. I knew it was obviously tight. He won. Yeah. I got fifth. Kind of common sense. I kind of was like, okay, it's close, you know, but, you know, we'll give her the beans in the second moto and go all in. And, yeah, he rode good. And I will say, it was like, I hate to get second. I hate to lose, especially to him, because we're both going for the championship and it is so tight. But that's probably one of the funnest motos I've had in a long time, racing someone. And we were racing each other hard and clean. And he had some good lines and some good sections. And then I had some stuff. I was like, I kind of picked up on him a little bit. I'm like, all right, dude, I'm going to try to take that line. And then I picked up, and it helped me a little bit. And it kind of helped me to try to put in a surge on that last 2 laps.
How big was that mentally for you moving forward, that you reeled him in and stayed with him? I know it's like someone else had said earlier that you had been saying he's the fastest rider. Was that pretty big for you mentally to be able to reel him in like that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was nice just to be able to, like I said, be there. Like the last time we had that opportunity, he just kind of blew my doors off and said, "See you later." I remember he looked over that there's like this big tabletop in the middle, and he saw me and he looked back, and then you could just tell he went full send. Like, I'm going to break this guy, and he did. And you know, it was my home turf, so it was nice to at least throw in a fight and say, "Hey, dude, it's not going to come easy, right?" You know?
Yeah, not this time. And for Alex, I guess either one of you can answer it. You guys grew up there; it's your backyard. At any point when you guys were young, did you ever? I know you did it in 2016 as well, but did you ever, like, a little bit of fantasies about both you being on the podium as brothers at home?
Jeremiah, you gonna say anything?
It was for you, Alex, but.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I guess.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh, you guys back?
Oh, well. Yeah. Oh, you there?
Yeah, sorry. Service isn't ideal, but yeah, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, I never really thought much about being on the podium with my brother growing up. It's only been recently. But I mean, any day that we are on the podium, I mean, it's not just a Millville. It's any time we're at a national or Supercross, it's pretty special to be on the podium with him, for sure.
And one last one for Dylan. You've won a regional title. You haven't won a national championship yet. How important is this? And where does this rank towards winning the Supercross championship, winning a national championship?
I think every championship where anybody line up is important, regional or national. There is no big difference. I mean, there is always guys to beat. Everybody's working hard. So at the end, being champion Supercross or Motocross, there is no big difference for sure. I mean, I came to the United States to ride the Supercross because that's what we don't have in Europe. I mean, we have it, but there is no big championship. So for sure that's something I really like. But yeah, being a national American champion is always been my goal. And like I said before, racing the track like Millville or Redbird or all those tracks that we have on the circuit is what I always dreamed when I was a kid. And being today it's fun, but maybe the championship kill a little bit the fun, because when I don't win, obviously I'm not that happy. So, but it's still always good to be on this track, on this legendary track, and I enjoy it. And I think there's no, I mean, at the end of the Supercross, I want to ride motocross, and at the end of the motocross, I want to do Supercross. So I think it's for every rider the same, and we like both.
Right on. Thanks, Dylan. Thanks, guys.
Kellen, your turn.
Yeah, thanks. Kellen Brower here with Racer X. This question's for Jeremy. In both motos, and this was kind of a recurring theme all day, you got kind of stuck behind Alex and Jet there, and then in the second moto, you spent so much time behind Dylan. Was it the track, or was it just that the pace was so close together that it was just hard to set up a pass?
Well, I mean, yeah. So like Moto 1, it was pretty tough. Like, I shouldn't have made a change to the shock, and that affected me for sure. But the guys in the first moto have a little bit more energy, like Jet, like Big Al. I know he's fit, so he's good for both motos, you know. But yeah, like it was just a little bit harder, like to kind of make a move. I felt like in the first moto, like the character of the track really hadn't developed enough to kind of like slow some guys down or whatnot. So, and that kind of Millville's like the way it kind of works up. Like I've known that, like Alex and I did a local race together before the season there, and it kind of worked up similar that way. Like it was tough. I had my spots where I could get him, you know, I could get Alex and whatnot. So it is a little bit kind of tricky to pass around the entire track, you know, for sure.
Cool. And then Dylan, for you, in the second moto, you had first gate pick and lined up right next to the box. Was that done on purpose for you to get a little bit of room to your left side and kind of control that, or did you just feel that the rut there was the best one?
It's just every year we see good stuff from the box. So the first moto was the second gate on the right of the box, and Hunter Lawrence was on my side, and he get a really good start. So yeah, I just felt good there. And you know, when you're on the box, you have one on one of the side, and it's kind of, you feel a little bit more confident, even if that doesn't change much. But yeah, it was nothing crazy. Just the box was good today.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
And Darkside, we'll turn it back over to you.
Yeah, just one quick, I guess for Dylan. The next couple races, I assume you're going back to the West Coast and then come back to WW Ranch next weekend. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I mean, I live in California, so every week I go back to California and fly. So yeah, I have only one house. So
okay. Yeah. So that's a pretty long trip, and then in a couple of weeks, the East Coast boys have to go all the way to California. Does that make your week a lot tougher to have a trip all the way across country, or does it really not affect you that much?
For sure, yeah. It's a long trip. It takes some time, some organization. The last 3 years was hard to manage. The jet lag also. These 3 hours are kind of difficult, because in the morning you have to on a race day you have to wake up really early compared to California time. So this is something to manage. But this year I rent an RV, and I have a friend drive my RV race to race, and that's a big relief. Like I can just show up late on Friday and do my thing and sleep on the track. So yeah, that's helped a lot. And yeah, other than that, yeah, it's a big travel, especially Florida. It's really long, but I mean, yeah, it's the way it is. When I'm back in California, I can train normally in good condition. I don't suffer from humidity and during the summer, so I feel it's best for me.
Okay, that's all I got. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, that'll be it for the 250 class for this evening. Dylan, Jeremy, Alex, good job today, and thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you. See you next week.
Thank you.
All right. See you guys.